Previous President Donald Trump was hit with a more extensive choke arrange in his New York criminal quiet cash case after repeatedly focusing on the judge's daughter in social media posts. The late Monday order from Judge Juan Merchan squares Trump for making open articulations of proximately family individuals of the judge or Manhattan locale lawyer Alvin Bragg, in the event that the explanations are implied to essentially meddle with work within the case. Merchan previously issued a comparative choke order when it came to explanations approximately court staff and prosecutors other than Bragg, as well as approximately family individuals of those people. To contend that the foremost later attacks, which included photos, were necessary and suitable within the current environment, is ludicrous, Merchan composed Monday, referencing an contention Trump's attorneys made in a filing earlier on Monday, as they encouraged against extending the choke range. Trump's posts over the past week assaulted the girl, Lauren Merchan, as a raging Trump hater and alluded to her part driving a promoting office that works with equitable candidates and nonprofits. They too included a photo of her. The unused York State Counseling Committee on Legal Ethics determined last May that the judge's fair-mindedness might not sensibly be addressed based on his daughter's work, expressing that the case doesn't include her trade, specifically or by implication. Trump's trial within the case is set to start April 15 with jury choice. The possible Republican presidential chosen one faces 34 crime checks of misrepresenting commerce records to cover up a quiet cash installment made to grown-up film performing artist Stormy Daniels soon before the 2016 presidential decision. Daniels has said she already had a consensual sexual experience with Trump, a claim he denies. The installment, agreeing to prosecutors, was implied to keep that story from the public. Sometime recently, voters went to the surveys. Trump attacks threaten equity framework, judge says. In growing his prior choke range, Merchan said Trump's assaults on a family part of a judge or prosecutor sum to assaults on the equity framework itself. The normal spectator must presently, after hearing defendants' later assaults, draw the conclusion that in case they ended up included in these procedures, indeed extraneously, they ought to stress not as it were for themselves, but for their adored ones as well, Merchan composed. Such concerns will without a doubt meddle with the reasonable organization of equity and constitutes a coordinate assault on the show of law itself, Merchan included. Merchan moreover cautioned Trump that any lawful right he has to get to juror names would be relinquished in the event that he locks in any conduct that debilitates the security and judgment of the jury or the jury choice handle. Bragg's office had inquired Merchan to grant that caution. The judge's past choke range as of now prohibited Trump from making any open explanations almost potential or real attendance.